Welcome to Keys to Real Estate with the House Lady. I'm your host, Estrella Carter, here in Minnesota. This podcast is all about helping you open the right doors. Whether you're buying your first home, investing in a property, or just curious about the market. And if you're tuning in from outside Minnesota, no worries. I can connect you with a trusted realtor through my national and international network. Each episode, I'll share insights, stories, and conversations with experts and clients to give you the tools and confidence you need to live your best life through real estate. So let's get started. Hey, this is Estrella Carter, aka the House Lady, and we're wrapping up Hispanic Heritage Month. I've been highlighting voices from our community who are making a real impact in the world of real estate. Today, I'm excited to bring on my trusted loan officer and friend, Pedro Maldonado. I hope I'm saying his last name right. He's helped so many families achieve their dream of home ownership, and we're going to talk about what you can be doing right now in the fall to get financially ready for the year ahead. But before we dive in, I just want to take a moment and acknowledge Pedro, his wife and kids, and all of the families and children at Annunciation School. My heart is with you during this incredibly difficult time following the recent school shooting. And as a parent and a community member, I just want to send love, strength, and prayers of healing to everyone impacted. So Pedro, thank you again for joining me today, and let's get right into it. Hey Pedro, welcome.
Hi, Estrella. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for your kind words towards my family and in our community. Really appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. And I just want to thank you for taking the time out today to share your gems with us. And I just wanted to start off with you. Can you share a little bit about your background and how you got started in lending?
Yes, Estrella, lending is one of those careers that most people don't choose. Most people, when they go to college or when they are in high school, they don't dream about being a loan officer. I don't know a single person that wanted to be a loan officer when they grew up. So most people land in this industry by accident, or because they saw somebody that was making a lot of money and they decided that they wanted to learn it. And that's how I started. I finished college during the recession and I couldn't find a job. And I started as a processor in the mortgage industry.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I started. That was 15 years ago. And when I was doing the processing back then, I started to see a lot of Latino communities or people that couldn't receive the information in Spanish. Then I saw the opportunity, and that's when I decided that I wanted to open someday a mortgage office. I learned through the years, and now we are up and running.
Wonderful. Yeah, and I can relate to you as a realtor. There's a lot of realtors and there's a lot of lenders. So what are some challenges as a lender that you face?
Oh, there is so much, especially one thing that you have to do is to be available. Available to talk to somebody all the time because people are always looking to buy a house. So you have to be available every single day of the week. Also, you have to be extremely organized Do be really good with numbers, problem solving, communication, and somebody that wants to make the difference in the to somebody wants to make the difference in the community, because if somebody really doesn't like what they're doing, I think they're going to have a really hard time, because this industry, it is extremely stressful. That's something that not too many people talk about it, but it's a very stressful job.
Yes, I agree. So, what do you enjoy most about helping individuals and families on their home ownership journey?
What I enjoy the most is that I am making the difference for my community. When I started in the industry as a loan officer, I was helping the financial advisors clients, and I saw that I was not making a big difference for those families. I saw that my Latino community needed help to buy a house in their own language. And when I started to help my community, I saw that was making me happy. I saw that I was making the difference in the community. I was making the difference for families, and that's where I am right now. And it is fulfilling my why and my purpose in life as for my career.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why I really think that representation and trust are so important when it comes to helping Latino families. In today's time, and culture of uncertainty, what are you hearing from Latinos right now when it comes to them? Are they kind of changing their mind because they just kind of don't know, what's going to be going on? Can you tell me more about that? Or are you hearing anything about, do they not want to make any investment or purchases?
Yes, I hear it all over. There is a lot of people that are scared because
Yes.
of what's going on in Washington or the new administration. A lot of people is very afraid of
Yes.
what's happening towards our community. Other people are looking at us as an opportunity to buy. And
Interesting.
so those are the two sides that I haven't seen, but the majority of people are waiting to see what's going to happen, because nobody knows. Everything has been changing so quick that many people are not willing to take that risk right now.
Okay. Okay. So do you see a little bit of maybe a slowdown right now, or are things kind of still this maybe the same as a few years ago?
Well, there is a slowdown in different areas than another ones. For example, a slowdown big is in FHA loans, because the current administration stopped or changed the FHA regulations, that now somebody that wants to use an FHA loan has to be US citizen or permanent resident. Uh, Before, anybody that had a work permit, work visa, or something related that they had a permit to work here in the United States, they could use FHA loan. Now they cannot anymore. So in that area, it dropped the amount of people that is buying houses. And then in the other side, the people that have a good credit, they have been buying, they're still buying, and they're still active looking for houses.
Wow, interesting. And the Latino population, they are growing when it comes to contributing to home ownership in society. So, when there's not many opportunities, then that means there's going to be a decline in their participation in real estate.
Yes, and the numbers shows that demographically, in 5 to 7 years, Latinos will be the demographic that will be buying the most houses in the country.
Yes, because right now it's for out of minority groups, it's Asian, and then it's the Latinos, and
Yes.
then African Americans, which have the lowest home ownership rate. So,
Mhm.
okay, well, thank you for that. Let's get into financial readiness. If someone is planning to buy next year in 2026, what's the first step they should take right now?
What I usually tell people is to find out where they are standing as of right now and to have a goal of what they want to do in the future. The future can be 3 months to a year, but it is very important to find out where they are standing right now. So when they are ready, they no surprises come. For example, if they wanted to buy right now and they go to apply because the house of the dreams came out to the market, they go to apply, but they forgot that they had a collection or they forgot to make a payment on time a month ago or a few months ago. Now the credit score is impacted. So it is very important to talk to a lender to find out where they are standing right now to make sure that they will be ready in within a year probably. If they are not ready, their lender can help them to make a plan to get to where they want to be.
Wonderful. So, what can buyers do this fall to strengthen their credit or savings?
Something that I see often, Estrella, is that when a lot of Latino uh, persons get their social security number, many of them go to buy a car right away, thinking that a car will or is the only tool that can help them to build a credit. But it is not true. Actually, affect them a lot. The reason why is because they don't have a credit score right away, so they have to build it. And the car that they will be getting, it will have a really high interest rate. When I tell you high, I have seen clients with a 23% of interest rate in a car.
Oh,
So it is very high. So usually I recommend that they go to open a credit card. Those are secure credit cards. And then within 6 months, they will have a credit score and they will be ready to buy a house. Other thing that I recommend is that that people don't use more than 30% of the limit. No, yes, of the limit on the credit cards.
yes, don't use more than 30%. Yes.
Correct. And of course to don't buy cars and to don't make any big
Don't be trying to buy any
purchases.
Gucci or Louis Vuittons.
Yeah. Yes, because that will
Yes.
help them out. That will hurt them a lot. So that's
Right.
the thing that I see the most. And also to don't be switching jobs all over, to stay with a consistent job because we will be calling their employers, and we wanted to make sure that somebody is stable in with employment.
Yeah, that's good. So from my perspective as a realtor, I'm sorry, I have a trains behind in the background if you hear it, so apologies for that.
Mm-hmm.
I get a lot of from potential buyers. Oh, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. It's not because I'm gonna wait for the interest rates to decrease, get lower. But, or they'll say, I'm not ready. I have had experience where I've said, just give Pedro a call or give someone else a call. And they've come back to me and says, wow, I didn't know that I'm really ready. Like, to me, I thought my credit wasn't good enough, or, I just didn't have enough in savings, or I didn't even know, I thought I had to put 20% down. So I feel like sometimes folks need to call an expert first, because sometimes they just don't know. So how smart, or how do I want to ask this? What's the truth and timing about like interest rates? Like, do you think people should really maybe consult with you first instead of just sitting there paying their $2,500 rent? Do you think they should make that phone call first to really see if someone can help them assess if it's time?
Yes, and that's something that we run into very often because people think that if they wait for the interest rates to drop, is going to help them. But sometimes can hurt them. And the reason why is that is because the market is supply and demand. If the rates drop, then there will be more people that will be willing to buy a house.
Yes.
So that will make the house that they want, it will have more people that will be interested in buying the same house. For example, the house can be 300,000 at a rate of 6%. If the same house, if the rate drops to 5.5, the same house that was 300,000, now it probably will be 315, 320. Before, probably there were only two families interested in that house. Now that the rate dropped, probably there will be now 10 families interested to buy the same house. So
Multiple
then
bids.
there will be multiple bids, and then there will be a negotiation. Who is going to give me more? Who is now asking me for closing costs? Who is now asking me for repairs? So the seller, that's great for the seller. But as a buyer, somebody needs to be in a very strong position to be able to overbid the other people that will be interested to buy the same house. So this, what I recommend, Estrella, is that there is no perfect timing. Every family has their own perfect timing, and that's when they feel that they are ready.
Right.
I don't think it is a good idea for a buyer think that they are ready to buy just because they listen everywhere that they are ready. But no, they need to make sure that they feel comfortable with the payment that they will be making every month, because they will be the one that will be working to make those payments. So it
Right.
is very smart to have an idea, a ballpark, what is a payment that they feel comfortable with. And then they can meet with somebody to see what that payment will get them
Right.
and go from there. Because if they are keep waiting for the market, probably they will be waiting for a while, and they are probably just losing on a house that is probably waiting for them. And that happened. I saw that happen during COVID. A lot of people wanted to buy a house, but the price, because the rates were so low, the prices were high. So a lot of people were thinking, well, the prices are too high. I'm going to wait for the prices to drop. Then the rates went up, the prices were stable, and then the people in 2022, many people were waiting for the rates to drop, but the rates have been close to be the same in the last 3 years. And but the same people keep renting, so they have been renting for 3 or 4 years, and all the money that they pay in rent, they could have been making those payments to their own home.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, that's some good information there. Okay, so I have one more question about financial readiness. For those who already own a home, is now a smart time to look at refinancing or exploring home equity options before the new year?
That still is going to depend about each family's goals. If somebody is interested just to have some money saved for an emergency, I always recommend to use a home equity line of credit. Or if they are thinking to keep growing a portfolio of real estate, that's the best way, in my opinion, to buy more real estate, to use their current house, the primary, to get a home equity line of credit. They can get up to 95% of the value. And with that money, go to buy another property. And then they can keep growing the portfolio that way. Also, I have seen a lot of people getting home equity line of credits to pay debt. So I have seen many different routes that people use the home equity line of credit, because it is a great tool to use as long people is very responsible in how to use it, because the rates are usually higher than a normal mortgage, and the rate is as well, it is adjustable. It's not a fixed rate, it is adjustable.
Oh, okay. That's good information there. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
So, I want to talk about community and culture. You've worked with so many Latino individuals and families in the community. What does home ownership mean to you personally and to our culture as a whole? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to ask you like a bunch of questions in one question, but I also want to acknowledge that you and your wife own investment properties. So when I say home ownership, I want folks to already to know, not you can invest, you can buy rental properties or business. So what does home ownership mean to you? And then what do you think it means to the culture as a whole?
Well, for at least for me as being 100% Latino, it is where the foundation of a family comes. I remember growing up in my country and going to my grandma's house every single weekend. Grandma from my mom's side, there were nine siblings. So we had, I don't know, like probably like 40 cousins every single weekend playing in my grandma's house, running. Abuelita was cooking in the kitchen. So those memories are memories that will last forever. So to that we are a community that are very close with each other, and we are not very individualistic. We're very communal, and we care about each other a lot. We enjoy friends, family, and good time. Trying to enjoy life, even if we don't have much. If we don't have a big house or the best car or material things, but we are always enjoying our time together. That's something that we are very proud of to have a close family. And then you were talking about investing. That's an amazing when somebody have a house in this country, United States, because that's in many cases that's our grandparents' dreams that we are uh, making. We are making our grandparents' dream to own a home in a different country. And then if we wanted to grow our real estate portfolio, that's even better. In my case, I have commercial portfolio, I have Airbnbs, and I have a long-term rental properties. So I have different, uh, I am diversifying my portfolio. So I can help with anybody that wants to see which route is the best for each family because I have those personally. But yes, to answer your question, we are a community or a culture that we are very proud of having a family and and to stay close to each other.
Yes, that's wonderful. And that's a prime example of generational wealth here in the United States, of planting that. And Pedro, now you already have my mind going of having you on again so we can talk about, we can talk about Airbnbs and all of those things and commercials. So now I'm already going to get you on the calendar again.
It sounds good.
So, okay, so as we close out on Hispanic Heritage Month, what traditions or values from your heritage do you hope to pass on to your children so they can pass it on to their children?
I like well, as you were mentioning in the beginning of this podcast, Estrella, my what I wanted to pass to my kids before it has been changing through the years, through the older that I am getting. My um, opinion on what I want my kids to learn from me, my wife, has been changing the whole time, often, and now it is. Now that my kids went through this shooting at their school, now we just wanted to show them that we need to be kind to each other. We want to show them that money is not going to make them happy. Material things is not going to make them happy. We wanted to show them that to be kind with each other, try to make to change lives in this world will make them happy. Giving back. That's something that we are doing here in our branch. We are with every loan that we close, a percentage of each loan goes towards scholarships to kids to go to college. Because when I went to college, I didn't have the opportunity to get grants or scholarships. So I have to pay everything with my own work. And it was really hard to get a master's degree, to get my undergrad and then master's degree with everything that I have to do to be able to pay those back. So now we're giving back to the community because I learned that material stuff or money is not going to make me happy, but it really satisfied me, give me a lot of happiness and pride that I can help kids to go to college. Other thing that we are doing in the branch as well. It is one act of kindness a week, and with that I'm going to be involving my kids and my wife because we are very grateful to be alive after what happened to my kids at school, and gratitude for us is it is huge right now, and we are very happy to be together and trying to give back to as many people as we can and to impact as many lives as we can as well.
Wow, Pedro, that's powerful. And I love that you're working with a business that is with the community and with the people, and that's aware, of real life things that are happening, that are affecting people. So that's just wonderful. And my heart is with you and your family and the families of the school as well during this time. I asked about tradition. Do you and your family have like a favorite dish or celebration, or is there like a local Latino business that you guys, connect or, you connect with?
Well, my favorite food is my mom's food. Of course.
I know that's right. Me too. Yo también.
Yes, yes. So in my house we are four boys. I am the third one, and my mom is she went to college for chef. So we have to learn with her how to cook, and that's how I grew up in the kitchen, helping my mom all the time to cook and bake and do bread, everything. So we are. My favorite time is when I'm cooking with my mom. That's something that I do it when I can because my parents live in Texas. So every time I go there or my parents come here to visit to Minnesota, I enjoy to helping my mom to cook.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And the dishes, oh my gosh, because as you know, the Latino dishes take forever to cook. It's a long process.
It's worth the wait.
Yes, so when she does that, usually I don't help that much because it takes forever and I have to take care of the kids. But yeah, I love tamales and yeah, I really like her food.
Do you like spicy food? Because my mom makes some homemade chile, and so I'm gonna have to bring you. And today, actually, she made some pumpkin flan last week, but now and she ran out, so she's making pumpkin flan again today. So you have to let me know what you and your family like, so then I can drop it off to your branch.
Oh, that would be amazing. I would love that. I love flan.
Oh, good. So, Pedro, this has been so good. Thank you so much for, taking the time out and sharing your insight and your heart with us today. Before we wrap up, what's one piece of advice you'd give to buyers who want to be ready for the spring market? I know you kind of earlier we talked about, making sure that they look at their finances, credit. Is there any other advice? Like, would you recommend they go go contact a nonprofit or contact you, or what's the key advice they should be ready for spring market?
I think to educate themselves. This is huge. To educate themselves. If they talk to somebody and they are not happy with the answer, ask somebody else. To keep asking until they find somebody that can give them the right answer, because it is going to be the biggest investment of their lives. And they wanted to make sure that the lender that they will be talking to, it will have a few options for them to help them in the best way as possible.
Yeah, it's one of their biggest investments. Okay, how can listeners get in touch with you if they want to start the conversation about their next move?
You can reach out to my cell phone, 612-383-7676, or they can email me to pedro@sucasaloans.com.
Nice. Thank you again for being part of this conversation and for everything you do to help families achieve the dream of home ownership. And listeners, I just want to let you know, as we move into November, I'll be sharing more episodes focused on preparing your home to sell during the holidays and getting ready for a successful new year. And if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to follow Keys to Real Estate with the House Lady on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And please share it with someone who could benefit from what they heard today. And again, I want to give Pedro an applause. And until next time, remember, real estate isn't just about property. It's about people, community, and creating your best life at home. So, Pedro, do you have any last words for anybody? Or
No,
for,
thank you so much for having me, Estrella, and it has been a pleasure. And just wanted to let everybody know just to don't give up. We have a bright future ahead of us. It's not easy, but it's worth it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Keys to Real Estate with the House Lady. I hope today's episode gave you some valuable takeaways to guide you on your journey. If you enjoyed this conversation, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode and share it with someone who might find it helpful. And remember, whether you're here in Minnesota or anywhere else, I can connect you with a trusted realtor through my national and international network. Until next time, I'm Estrella Carter, the House Lady, helping you live your best life, one key at a time.